to my little gardening show. I wanted to highlight the Mittleider Gardening Method, at least the weekly feed. Now, some disclaimers here, caveats. I'm not really following the method to a T. I'm not creating a soil-based beds that have the ridges or anything like that. There's my sister, her dog Sasha. Gonna come help my garden, aren't you? Sure. So anyway, we got this this mix here. This is 50 pounds of traditional fertilizer, NPK, and there's two 10-ounce packets that I think it was about 15 bucks to get this. It was about 15 bucks to get the fertilizer. Well, maybe it's about 20 bucks to get a 50-pound bag. I'm trying to remember what that was. Which will last me pretty much the whole season for the most part, because I'm not feeding on the schedule either. You know, what I'm doing is mixing this up. I'm not mixing in the Epsom salt with it, but it requires 2 of these 10-ounce packets, 50 pounds of NPK, and 8 pounds of Epsom salt. I keep the Epsom salt separate because if the Epsom salt is in the mix, it makes it watery and slushy, and we don't want that. The way to manage that is to keep the Epsom salt out and mix it on the fly, or put a little bit of Dolomite lime in with it to coat everything so that it keeps it from drawing moisture into the mix. The perlite doesn't work that well. I mean, it basically keeps it from clumping a degree, but it still gets real slushy. So if you don't want it to be slushy, you need to keep the Epsom salt separate. Right, Scott?
Hey, what's up?
You're here to help too. That's good. So, we're going to mix up a batch of this. Again, 20-ounce packets. Maybe Uncle Scott can do it. We're going to pop that open. You're going to pour it into the mix here. I keep it close because it's powder. It's going to go. We need to get a shovel. I'm going to grab a shovel from the shed there. Here's another packet. As far as the analysis, these are the minerals that are in this mix. So we're going to mix this all together, and then what I do is I'll I got a little 1.5 gallon pail. I'll mix this up, I put it back in the bag and to store it, but then periodically I'll fill up a gallon and a half container with this mix, and then add in about a 1/2 cup of Epsom salt. That's kind of the breakdown to it. Scott's mixing that up. Once it's all mixed up, we'll get our pail, put some in the pail with our Epsom salt, mix it together real good, and then we'll be ready to apply to the plants. Now, the plants, again, I'm not following exact instructions about using a pound. I think it's like what the application rate was. But basically, I'm using less. I've got a little glove I wear, and I just grab a little handful, and I toss a couple of tablespoons around the root zone of the plants, and then I'm good. And then I just let the plants tell me what to do. If they need more, I'll apply a little bit more. If they need less, I back off. But now ensure they're getting everything they need. Again, we're trying to use the soil food web using the cover crop this year, and it seems to be working out pretty good. But this is kind of insurance policy, basically, to make sure everything goes the way it's supposed to. So, all right, let's rock and roll.